Hello and welcome to the SEO plus AI show. My name is Josh Bashinsky, and today I have my co-host with me, Greg Bissone. Say hi there, Greg.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How's it going, Josh?
I'm doing excellent. How are you doing, my friend?
Very good, thanks. Oh, nice
I'm
beer.
drinking this, so things are going well. And today we're talking about how SEO can make money. That is the topic of the show today, how you could sell sites using AI very easily. And you can make a lot of money doing it, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. If you guys have never seen the SEO plus AI show before, we are the best place online to get information about SEO and AI, as you guessed it. If you're not listening to SEO plus AI, you're in the wrong spot. You need to listen to SEO plus AI because AI has changed everything. I know it seems like it's slowed down. I know it seems like ChatGPT, that's all there is, and that's the end of it. Not even close. Not even close. There are some very interesting SEO AI tools coming out, not the least of which is one that Greg and I built called Keyword Spy you'll be seeing today. And we're going to show you how you can easily build up sites, how you can find the niches, how you can get the keywords, how you can build the pages, how you can build out the sites, and how you can sell them on websites like Flippa, for example. We're going to do that today. If you watch the show live, you're also allowed to ask any SEO questions you want. If you're watching live, you can ask any SEO questions you like. Please go ahead and ask them in the right-hand side of the chat, or if you're watching this recorded later, please ask your SEO questions in the description down below. I will be happy to answer them. You can always email me at joshbashinsky@gmail.com as well and ask me any SEO questions there. Also, if you want to make sure you can watch the show live, there's some kind of buttons down here or something. I'm supposed to tell you to like and subscribe or click the bell or click the cowbell or whatever it's supposed to be. You're supposed to do one of those things. So make sure you do that when you can so you can watch the show live as well. And that will be awesome. So today we're doing the topic of how to sell sites, build sites up, and sell them to make a lot of money online. Now, if you're just new to the SEO game, or maybe you've been in it for a long time, maybe you've overlooked buying digital real estate, but you really shouldn't. The capabilities of auto pages are coming up now in AI are out of this world. They're outstanding. This used to be a tactic we used to use many years ago when it was easy to build a site and rank it, like say 2007, 2008. And then Google really clamped down on it because the pages were really low quality. And all you could generate at that time was spun content, which typically was low quality because people didn't know how to spin their content correctly. But now fast forward, to 2023, 2024, 2025, this is going to be a major tactic now because AI can build, if you're prompting the AI correctly, AI can build very high quality articles very, very quickly for you. And so now auto sites are back on the table. But you might be like, Josh, okay, exactly how do you monetize these auto sites? The answer is any way you want. There's a million ways to monetize auto sites. You can build pages for your clients automatically. You can build pages for your boss and your in-house job automatically. You can build pages for yourself automatically. You can build pages to brag about. You can build pages to monetize off of affiliate offers. You can build pages to monetize off of ads. You can build pages on a website that you build up to do any of those things to rank and rent. You can make a plumber blog. You can make a local blog about St. Louis this, St. Louis that. And then you could sell it to a plumber. You could see like, look, I've already got this site ranking for St. Louis monuments, St. Louis things, everything about St. Louis. And then you sell it to any kind of plumber or lawyer or real estate agent, especially a real estate agent in the St. Louis area. And you go, here you go. Here, it's an already ranking site. Buy it for whatever it is, $1,000, $5,000, whatever they want to pay for it, $500. You can make these sites all day long using AI. It's not that difficult, and it goes pretty quickly. I'm going to show you how to do it on the show today. So the only limit to the kind of money you can make doing auto sites is just your imagination. Maybe a couple of these for some liquid courage. So there's no end of ways you can monetize these, right? I mean, you can make them just to brag and say, look at how good of an SEO I am. Look, I made these pages, they're ranking. It took me a few weeks. Look at that. Don't you want to hire me? Like you could use it for marketing purposes. You could use it for any purpose at all. Why are we in SEO to begin with? Is to rank pages. This is an automated way of doing it that has a high level of success. So you definitely want to check this out and see how AI can do it. Now, a few caveats. You might be like, yeah, Josh, great. I'm using ChatGPT to do this. The answer there is, no, sorry. I'm very sorry. ChatGPT is not a specialist tool. You should not ask ChatGPT how to do this out of the box. You should not ask ChatGPT what stocks to buy. It has no idea and you just lose your money. You should not ask it what crypto to buy or what the price of crypto is going to be. It has no idea. You're just going to lose your money. It has no idea how to do SEO in general. It's pretty good at some things, like it's good at marking call to actions and it's good at helping you improve your CRO maybe. But quite frankly, if you ask it what keywords to use, it has no idea. You need to use a specialized AI tool for that. And that's where our tool Keyword Spy comes in. So we're going to show you, and it's free to use for 2 weeks. No credit card needed, no email needed. Go to trykeywordspy.com. You can check it out. But before you click the never mind button, just watch what we have here. Keep watching, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to do it with a good AI tool. And I'll show you from the very inception of how you would do it all the way to the sales portion of where you would go to sell it and what you could kind of make. For example, let me show you that part. This is flippa.com. You're like, okay, Josh, where would I go and sell it? Is it really true that people are buying and selling sites? Is it really true that you can make a lot of money? Just look at the recently sold sites here. Do you see these? 165,000, 170,000, 210,000, 314,000. People are selling sites here like crazy. Day in, day out, people are selling sites here. And you might be like, okay, Josh, well, okay, 425,000. Wow, that's nice, but I can never make that much money for a site. These are like really big businesses, aren't they? And 17-year-old gaming forum and a 20-year-old established business. Yeah, but look, there's other sites too. Look at this site, selling for 8,500. It's got 4 bids already. They only make $500 a month. It's only 6 years old. They only make $500 a month. People sell sites here and people buy sites here all of the time. All of the time. People buy sites for $500 for $1,000. Why? Because they don't know how to get started in SEO and they want that extra boost. They want the extra oomph. And if you are using our effing amazing AI tool to build out pages and to find niches that are going to make you the most amount of money and they're going to be easiest to rank for, and then our on-page strategies that are guaranteed to get you there, for the lowest amount of money, the least amount of effort, and the quickest amount of time, guaranteed, you could easily crank out 10 or 20 sites a month, sell them each for anywhere from $500 to $1,000, and be making a good amount of money. Look, this is $8,500 right here, this one here. $8,500. You could easily sell your site for something like this. It already has 4 bids at $8,500. People have money and people buy sites. It is and has been for decades a legitimate strategy of how to make money online in general and how to make money with SEO in particular. And here's the best thing about this. Do you have a boss when you're doing this? Nope. Do you have to go to an office when you're doing this? Nope. Who do you have to answer to when you're doing this? You. Only you. Only you right here sitting in your office drinking your whatever you want to drink. That's the best person to answer to, let me tell you. Are you going to yell at yourself when you're a bit late because the traffic was bad? I know you can if you want to. If you're kind of some kind of weirdo, you can. I don't know. But you don't have to, obviously. So you don't have a boss. You can work on your own. You'll save money on transportation. You'll save money on stress of being in an hour to work, an hour back. Guys, this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it, or one of the ways to do it. What else could you do with these sites? You could build these sites up as a PBN, a private block network, and sell links off them too. In fact, everything I said, you could do all of the above. You could put ads on them, do affiliate offers on them, sell links off of them, rank them, rent them to plumbers, rent them to lawyers, rent them to real estate for whatever, $400 a month, $500 a month. Get that recurring income coming in, right? They always say real estate is one of the best things to invest in. Well, digital real estate too is also one of the best things to invest in. If you have a tool to do this for you, if you know what you're doing, and or if you have a tool to do it all for you, which I'm going to show you the tool to do it all for you in just a couple seconds. So guys, you can make a ton of money doing this. So I would really strongly recommend keep watching and see how we do it. It's pretty easy. Greg, did I miss anything there? Would you add anything?
No, I think you covered it. I think obviously, well, you didn't mention, I guess you could use all this content for an existing site that you have and just build out supporting pages or topical clusters or whatever you call them. So I don't think you mentioned that, but that's another thing that you can do. I know we've covered that in the past, but just wanted to, reiterate.
No, you're totally right. Of course, and I did mention it very quickly, but I didn't really harp on it. Of course, with the capability of building an auto site is also the capability of building auto pages in topical clusters. that are supposed to have some special extra silo avalanche strategy of ranking you. And there's some truth to that, right? Supporting pages are important on a site. In undergraduate university, we have very advanced strategies of how to build these things out, but there's also strategies of how to build these just in Keyword Spy that you could just use the tool for as well. So yeah, definitely. Auto pages are the way to go. If you can build, like, think about it right now. How long does it take you to build 100 pages now? And how much does it cost you? What if it could cost you way, way less and go way, way faster? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Obviously, yes, you'd want to try that out and sign up for that. So that's exactly what we're going to show you today. And I just want to show you extra ways of monetizing it. Go look on Flippa. See sites that are being sold for $500, $1,000. They have nothing to them. They have nothing to them at all, right? You don't need a lot. And I know extra ways of making sure that traffic at the end looks as good as you want it to look. So there's ways of doing that too, even if the SEO is not panning out, or you want to sell them faster than the SEO takes. But the SEO shouldn't take that long. With us, with our automated system, it's much faster. It's a matter of weeks instead of months. So you can start this turnaround really, really quickly. You can start making money within a month. You could sign up today, and 30 days from now, you could be making money. That is not an unrealistic expectation. That is not hyperbole at all. At all. You're like, okay, Josh, fine. Okay, I get it. Yes, I can make money building sites. And yes, it could be done really easily with your AI tool. And yes, it is totally worth it. And yes, I want to build the sites out. And yes, I want to make money. Of course, I want to work from home. Who doesn't want to work from home and make money? A lot of big tech companies are making people after COVID come back into the office now, which is terrible. I was hoping that would stick, that people would get to work from home. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So getting self-sufficient, getting in a place where you can make money anywhere. You can go work on a beach if you want. You can go work at the lake, work at a cottage. As long as you have an internet connection, you can work, right? So getting self-sufficient like this is the best thing you could do. Spending money on this and learning this and getting good at this is the best thing you can do. Websites are not going anywhere, right? There will always be digital real estate. That market will just keep going up and up and up over time. And it get easier and easier and easier with new AI tools, especially like ours, which is 10 times further than any competition is right now. I'm going to show you in a second. You might be like, okay, Josh, great. But where do I even get started? Where do I get started? I don't know. I don't know what makes money online. I don't know what people are doing. I don't know what kind of niche would be best to make that people would buy. Do they buy gaming sites? Do people buy makeup sites? What do they buy? I have no idea. Well, I've got some tips for you here. It's super easy. It's super easy. You can use a couple different tools to find the best niches you should be ranking in, right? One tool is Google Trends. Let me give you a tip for doing this for 25 years. Here's the things that always make money. So you want to write these down. What always makes money is products, supplements, services, and how to make money online. Those four things always make money. Right? People are always trying to buy those things. People are always trying to sell those things. There's a lot of money turnover there. Those are very healthy economies or micro economies in those sections, right? Products, people are always buying products. Best this, review that. Reviews is another one you could search at a very top level. Supplements, people are always buying supplements. Creams, people are often buying creams as well, stuff like that. Services, people are always buying services online and selling services online. Websites that deal in these things are always going to make money, always going to be lucrative, and therefore are always going to be on the best place. It's like having the house, the nicest house on the best street. Go in for those things. Products, supplements, services, and how to make money online is another really good one as well, which is what you're here learning about, right? You know very well that how to make money online will get the eyeballs and have money behind it, because it's what I'm talking about right now. You can use Google Trends for this, and it'll give you some ideas. But I would just cut that step right out, and I would go right to the keyword tool in Keyword Spy and do it there instead. For example, let me show you. So here is Keyword Spy. Here is the dashboard of Keyword Spy. And in Keyword Discovery, I would go here, and I would just put top-level ideas in here, right? I would just put the top-level ideas right here in Keyword Discovery and get a sense of what the stuff you want to do. I would just type in here, products, get results. I would just do supplements, get results. I would just do, you could do herbal supplements if you want to start breaking it down. A lot of people like herbal supplements. I haven't done that one yet. I would do all locations global, English, because you want to get a general sense of everybody everywhere. You just don't want to limit this to the United States. People over in Europe have a lot of money too. People in Australia have a lot of money too. Or you could tailor it to your language if you want to tailor on a specific language. It's easier to rank in other languages because Google's spam detectors don't work quite as well in other languages. so it's easier to rank in other languages. But they might not have the money. So like Germany obviously has a lot of money. French, there's some money. Dutch, things like that, there's some money. In Europe, there's some money, of course. The type of site you want to sell usually is to the richer kind of Western English kind of crowd. So as long as you have any idea of how English works, that could work for you. And you don't really need to write it very well, because the AI is going to do all that for you, right? And then there's a couple things you should remember. Our AI is going to determine how difficult these niches are going to be for you. If you're a top level expert in the niche, you want to click this thing here. That'll make it a little easier. If you plan on using AI content, just for purposes of risk mitigation, like we don't know. We don't know if you're going to ignore everything I said and try using ChatGPT and probably fail and have really, really bad AI content. So if so, you might want to click this. It makes it a little bit more difficult in the calculation. But if you're going to use our content and you're going to follow our rules and get into the green, that is statistically proven to boost you and rank you just fine, you can leave that unclicked. And if you already have a high powerful site and you're doing this for like a client or something, you can click this. It makes it slightly easier as well. But otherwise, you put those in here. The herbal supplements one is already done. I've already done these other ones here. And you click on products. And wing, bang, boom, you already have 6,500 keyword ideas here on products that are going to make you a lot of money. And here they are: makeup, skincare, mascara, lipstick, face wash, face paint, moisturizer, eye makeup, toner, concealer, skincare products, eyeliner, etc., etc., etc. Look at the searches. We got pretty good Google ads. Look at the keyword difficulty here. And you want to sort everything finally by the final ROI, because this is the best combination of the sites that are going to make you the most money, or the pages that are going to make you the most money, by the easier difficulty. Now, when I say easy difficulty here, I am being relative, of course. It's relative to each other here, how easy these things are. If you just want to sort it by difficulty, then you click this twice, you get the easier ones here, like makeup brushes. Makeup brushes is looking pretty good. The keyword difficulty is 36%, which is medium keyword difficulty for our system. And immediately you can see why it's medium keyword difficulty. And notice how awesome our tool is, our AI is, at analyzing how good SEO your competitors are using. It notices whether or not they have the EMQ in the page. At 20% of it is in the page, 10% is in the page. 100% is in the title. These guys know how to optimize for makeup brushes. Look, at least they have the EMQ in the title. That's, SEO 101. They know what they're doing. Although these guys have forgotten to do that. Look at their page rank. This is out of 100. So this is 82, a really high page rank. Amazon, of course. Amazon.it at the top, which is telling you that it won't show up for user searches, but it will show up for this because it's just doing this based off of anywhere in the world. So it's giving you a general sense of how difficult this is. It also has the brand awareness. It also sees how much traffic these things are getting, and the backlinks as well, and whether or not the site is focused on it. So if you wanted to make a site focused on makeup brushes, because these guys, the entire site's not focused on it, nowhere close. If you had makeupyourbrushes.com, that might be a great idea, right? And someone might like to buy that. And you've got not the EMQ in the URL, because I wouldn't recommend that, but you have the PMQ, makeup your brushes. Makeup best brushes, that could be really good too. .org, .info, .com. Makeupyourbrushestoday.com. That would have a call to action in it. People would click that, and you would have a much easier time ranking for this. So basically, in our system, if you see a difficulty of this, you could basically double it. And if you use our on-page methods, you can guarantee pretty much you'll come in at that spot. So 36, rounded up to 37. If you double that, that's, 74. You're going to come in on page 8. And they might be like, ooh, page 8. That's pretty far down in the SERPs. And my answer is, yeah, it's a pretty tough niche. I just picked this one off the top of my head. I'm going to show you how to find easier niches in a second. But you also know that because this has such high competition of SEO, people, there's money here. People buy this like crazy. If you had makeupyourbrushestoday.com, people would be wanting to buy this, right? And you'd start at page 8 and you could work up from there. And you would probably go a little higher than page 8 because here, this is the difficulty for making a page. But if your entire site is focused on it, you're going to have a bit of a boost there, right? Because these guys, their site is not focused on it. If your whole site is focused on it, you've got supporting pages on makeup brushes, you've got money pages on makeup brushes, you're talking about all the different types of makeup brushes, you've got the best site on makeup brushes, and the AI basically does all that content for you automatically. But if you're like, okay, well, I want to even try something easier, Josh. Okay, fine. This is what you do. This is what I recommend. What I would do is, the first thing I would do is I'd click on Google Ads average CPC, and I download these next 20 keyword difficulties. We do this in pieces because it can eat up on your credits. So we do it in pieces. And let's just quickly take a look at the one that people are bidding the most on here under products. Enjo face pads, 587. It's down this year, but the competition for it is high. It's down 50%. Jerome Alexander airbrush is 421. They're bidding for it. The more money they bid for it in Google Ads, the more money they make off of it, right? 101 BK Beauty brush. Here's a pretty good one. BK Beauty 101 contoured foundation. It's up 20%. It's got 70 searches per month. It's got a pretty nice trend value. And people on average bid $3.70 US per click. I'm starting to, and so what you want to do here is also either you want to look at just one keyword like we did before, which was makeup brushes. And you're like, okay, I'm going to do a whole site based on makeup brushes because that was a bit harder. I need to do a whole site to get it ranking probably. But the other thing you can do here is you could be like, okay, well, I'm seeing 2 or 3 keywords that are under the same kind of rubric. You can do a beauty brush site for Beauty 101 brushes, or just, again, there's more makeup remover wipes. There's more brushes here. You might want to just do a basic brushes site, and you could have all the different kind of brushes. Heck, these pages could go on the makeup brushes site that I just talked about, right?
So Josh, would you run another report, like pull out one of those keywords and then run it over that's more like brush related, or would you just continue to use this report?
That's a good question, Greg. So eventually I would, yeah. Eventually, I mean, I have 6,500 keyword ideas here. There's tons of brush ideas here, right? If I just limit it to brush, yeah, they all have brush in them. If I limit it to brush, there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of pages. So I don't really need to necessarily do another report, but I can. Right? And that would be kind of a phase 2, but you really don't need to do that at all. We were pretty good in the keyword ideas that we got. Once you've run products, supplements, how to make money online, and services, once you've run all of those, you're going to start to see a lot of similarities as well. After you've been doing this for 6 months, then you can start mining deeper. But then once you've been doing this for 6 months, you're already going to have the knowledge of how to do this on Flippa. You will have sold many sites on Flippa already, or any other of the website buying and selling platforms that you want to use. There's a ton of them. You can use the ones that you like the most. You're already going to see what people are buying, what people are selling. And you might be like, okay, great. Well, I thought brushes would be good to start off with, and it probably will be, don't get me wrong. But you might be like, oh, wow, these face pads. People are loving these face pads. They're buying them like crazy. Although I doubt it. It's down 50%, but something like this Almay oil-free eye makeup remover pads. It's up 68% this year. And look how easy to rank for it is. It's only 26% difficulty. Look at all these Almay and Amazon answers here. Clearly, there is no existing review page that Google thinks is any good. Look how easy it is here. Look, it's only 8.96% difficult for this one duplicate or triplicate Amazon result. When you see a SERP like this, you know no one has, for this 7-word long tail, low-hanging fruit query, no one has bothered optimizing this that is any good. Otherwise, they would be showing up here. Google does not like to double up and triple up on sites. This clearly shows, and the fact that they're not even optimized in the title or the page, and it's not their site focus, this clearly shows that these sites are the only thing Google has. Google's like, this is all I got. I don't have anything better. I'm going to rank something that's a difficulty of 9 on page 1 because I don't have anything better right now. This is waiting for someone to crush it. This is waiting for someone to crush it right here. These are the gems you will find in the system. when you start digging in and look at the easier keywords to use. So I found this very easily by sorting by the highest clicks and then doing the top 20. And we also had it sorted by the keyword ROI and had the top 20. Now what we want to do, the next one I would do is sort by the lowest traffic and get the top 20, which I already have a few of them. Because that's where you're going to get your best mixture in the keyword ROI. These are the ones that have the biggest searches and the most money and are the hottest. That's what the keyword ROI is. Monthly searches or traffic times the average CPC times the year-over-year change. And that's what the keyword ROI is. That has the highest return on investment for your keyword in terms of where to spend your time and where to spend your money on the SEO you're going to do. And that's why we do that first with keyword difficulty. But then I also sorted it by the ones that have the highest clicks. That can get you a bunch of gems for low-hanging fruit. I just did the lowest traffic, and that's checking right now. And that can find you a bunch of gems for the lowest hanging fruit. Although we already have like 40 pages to build, so we don't need any more at this moment. But I can sort these out. You can cast a wider net, and maybe you can find some slightly better ones to go for. When you're building a site up, this is not really as important. But when you are doing client SEO for a client, this becomes very important because you want to find those gem keywords that are going to maximally be good for you to show your client, look it, I found these gem keywords. Have any other SEOs found you these gem keywords? No. SEOs don't really bother doing keywords discovery searches anymore to find low-hanging fruit keywords. I mean, the pros do. The really good SEOs do. And this was really something popular 10 to 20 years ago. This is what we all did. It was like the first step you did. Like it was a no-brainer. But somewhere along the road, people stopped doing it for some reason. I think it's because a lot of the really good SEOs kind of stopped doing SEO. A lot of them sadly passed away. A lot of them did, sadly. So I'm one of the older ones that are still left doing SEO that remembers for the last 25 years how it's been done and how people have been doing it. And this was only products. Remember, I did a whole bunch of other ones here, and I'm going to show you in keyword discovery in a second. So I would sort it by the lowest traffic, and I would do checking the difficulty. The last thing I would do is I would see what's hot this year. I would click on this to see what's hot this year, and look how hot some of these are. They are up. This one is up. How do you pronounce this? The SAIE or the SAIE foundation brush is up. Look at this, Greg. 1,700%. It's up 1,700%. This is super, super hot. Look at these.
It could be a new product. Click on average monthly searches and see what happened.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, look at that. It just exploded in March. Exactly. Something about it exploded in March. There was some. You can check the trends. Thanks for the reminder, Greg. Yeah, you can check the trends here as well to see why it's up and how it's up. And look, boom, it just exploded in March for some reason of this year. So yeah, you can start looking into these things. You can see like, okay, why is this up so high now? Wow, in August last year it was nowhere, and then suddenly, boom, this year it exploded, and it's just been increasing. Look at that. Do you think someone's going to want to buy a site that's all about something so hot? About a beauty blender XXL? Yes, for sure. For effing sure. And so I would run the next 20 on these as well. And that is what I would do. I would do keyword ROI, run 20. The higher ads CPC, run 20. The lower traffic, run 20, because there's really good low-hanging fruit there. And the ones that are hot. No other tool has this for you. The ones that are hot, run the top 20. And then you'll have, whatever that is, 80 keywords for them. 4 times 20 is 80. You'll have 80 keywords to start off with. Choose your top 50 and build your site out. A 50-page site will sell all day long here on Flippa, right? A 50-page site can rank really well. And you might be like, but Josh, don't I need a 500-page site? No, you don't. When you're using this to find the low-hanging fruit that's the easiest to rank for, you don't need to have so many backlinks, and you don't need to have so many internal links and pages, because you laser focused on the easiest keywords to rank for. That's why we do it. That's why SEO pros for the last 25 years have been doing this. And again, I'm so surprised that it's kind of fallen by the wayside and people are not doing it anymore. Even when it's so easy with our tool to do it with an AI that does it all for you, I don't get why people don't do this more. Like, it makes no sense to me, Greg. Can you figure out why that might be?
I don't know. I think they do. I honestly, not to contradict you, but I see a lot of people talk about it. and I think it's potentially bogus in terms of their strategy and what they're
Right.
doing.
Yeah,
But I do think they make an effort at it because, there's so many names for it.
Right. That could be the issue. There's so many different names for it.
Yeah, they just call it different now to differentiate, and then they try to sell you a tool or a strategy. Pay me $197, and I'll teach you how to find low hanging fruit. Well, you can do that, but this tool I think is like way beyond anything that they're showing and teaching.
Yeah, it does it automatically for you, and you're going to see us how we build the pages automatically out of this. But the issue with that is another issue with that you should consider. One should consider is that the niches change though, right? Like they're going to show you how to find all the best products or affiliate products or something. But what about sites in other niches? You want to diversify your risk, right? You don't want to have all your houses on Boardwalk Avenue, even if Boardwalk Avenue sells super super well. You're going to run out of houses to sell, right? In your real estate, you want to have houses you're going to rent in different areas, close to University X, and then more houses close to University Y. This is the same kind of thing. You want to have some sites in the products niche, some sites in the supplements niche, some sites in the herbal supplements niche, some sites in the services niche, some local sites for cities that you know very well. The people are going to be you're going to rank and rent. Some sites that you can just use for PBNs and those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So after a while, this is going to be done, and you're going to find keywords that are even easier. Look at how easy these keywords are. 12% difficulty. No one has optimized it for this. You can rank for this on page 2 easily. You can get the top of page 2, maybe even page 1 within a few weeks if you had a site dedicated to this. And there's no reason why you can't build a site dedicated to all of these. Build 20 sites with 20 pages that are laser focused, right? Here's another one that's super easy. No one's optimizing for this. The Jerome Alexander Airbrush Foundation. Here's another one that's super easy. The Bulk Foundation brushes. No one is optimizing for this. People have just forgotten how to do SEO. There's still tons of good niches out there. 100 Foundation blending brush. No one is optimized for this. They all suck. Everybody here sucks. You can easily get on page 2. You can easily get onto page 1 for these keywords all day long. And they're all brush keywords, right? They are all brush keywords.
Yeah, why did that happen? You just typed in products, didn't you?
Yep.
Why did brush sort of get, I don't know, so many queries for it? That's so interesting.
I think it's because having done this 25 years, I could have told you this, but makeup is a huge niche that makes millions and millions online. Women are buying makeup, and some other people, guys too, are now wearing makeup. People are buying makeup like crazy online. They don't want to go to the store anymore and get their faces all done up with someone talking to them. They just want to buy it. They want to read a review and buy it online. It is huge. Ask your wife, ask your girlfriends, ask your sisters. They buy makeup online. They check this stuff out online, right? So I'm not at all surprised to see brushes here. You could make a ton of these sites. You can make one site focused on this brand, another site focused on that brand, separate them out, and you could rank very easily all day long. Okay, let's look at a few other niches here really quickly to see how well they panned out. So that was products. Supplements is already done with a bunch of difficulties. So what did the supplements end up being? Look at these. MSM, creatine, vitamins, probiotics, testosterone booster, protein shakes, protein powder, vitamin C. I've worked at these niches for years. I was making 30 grand a month in some of these niches. I've seen millions of dollars per month made in some of these niches. And I'm not at all surprised. Omega-3, nootropics, weight loss pills. Here's one that makes money hand over fist is weight loss pills. People have a very high buying intent behind weight loss pills. And let's see some ones that have a very low keyword difficulty, like vitamin D. Look how easy it is here to rank for vitamin D. Look at this, right? Only these two people have optimized for it in the title. And only this one has the EMQ in the page 20% for vitamin D. This would be a pretty easy thing to rank for in general. In fact, you could have a whole site dedicated to vitamin D and all the sites and stuff about it, and it would sell nothing but vitamin D. And you're like, Josh, isn't it difficult to make these micro-focused sites? The answer is no. The AI builds it all for you. Your development time has been reduced 90%. So you can crank out sites that have a much better chance of ranking because the whole site's focused on vitamin D. You don't need to do a supplement site and then have one page on vitamin D, that would have a much harder time ranking, although it's still possible. You would do a vitamin D site, and everything about vitamin D is what you would do, right? And you'd build that all up. Let's see what else we have here that we got. So that was product supplements. What did we get under services? Check at these under services. Some of these are really interesting. Passport renewal, passport application, passport applications, passport status, passport online, passport renewal online, passport online renewal, passport apply online. Look at all of these. They make good money and they've got a really high keyword ROI. That looks pretty good. Now, again, I don't know anything about these niches. You might be like, Josh, it doesn't work for me because in our country you can't do that or whatever. Fine. But these are just a good way to cast a wide net to see what's going on here. I would, of course, click the average CPC and see what's here. Australian passport stuff. Interesting. Rush my passport process. I would see what's hot this year. New Canadian passport. Look at that. That's up 2,200%, 18,000 searches. Well, apparently my government in May announced there was a new passport. Unbeknownst to me. Oh, I wonder if my passport's still valid. Oh, shit. I better go check. But yeah.
You hate traveling.
I do hate traveling. That's true. I definitely don't like traveling. I hate being up in the air. I hate it. And let's see which other one we had here. I also did weight loss specifically because I know weight loss is such an important niche. And we have a ton of really good ones here in weight loss. Look at this. Gastric sleeve, weight loss shots near me, or weight loss injections. Boom. 22% weight loss injections. Look at the people ranking for it. Now, this would probably be a your money, your life query. So it might be a little harder to rank for. You might want to get a doctor to sign off on your content. You can might want to do those things, or you might want to do a rank and rent. You want to build it up and then sell it to a cosmetic surgeon and be like, okay, look, I built up a weight loss site. It's on page 2 right now. It will get to page 1 when we put your doctor author credentials on there. That's the final piece we need for the your money, your life kind of a thing. So there's another plan for you making money. Someone please go ahead and take that. You'd build it up on weight loss injections, and then you would sell it to some cosmetic surgeon, either in your area or anywhere, right? You approach them, email them and say, look, I've got this ranking. I'll sell it to you. That's all you need to do. That's the strategy for rank and rent. You build it up, and then you either rent it to the local business, whoever they are, or you sell it to the local business. Guys, with a difficulty of 22%, it is easily in reach for you to rank very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Go ahead, Greg.
So I'm thinking, you're selling websites. What's one way to find customers or people to buy websites? It's folks who are looking to build a website, and that could be a Fiverr, a Flippa. I'm not a Flippa, Upwork, any of these, sort of marketplaces for web developers or WordPress people or SEOs or content writers. Go on there, create a profile, and then, start looking at some of the ads that say, hey, I need a website. Have a bunch of those already database, go build them really quick, and then hit them up and say, I have a website for you already. You were going to spend like $5,000 on a new website, and the guy was going to code it. Why? There's no need. I already have the content built out. The structure's in place. There's contact us. There's about us. There's a homepage, and there's all the supporting content. And they will love it. They will pay you, do 50%. If they were looking to spend $5,000, charge $2,500. They'll love it, and it'll be better for them, honestly.
Yeah.
Because dealing with WordPress or any type of PHP developer, it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I guarantee small businesses will love that, or you can just do outreach. Honestly, you look at a website, maybe it's a dentist and it's outdated or it's just lacks content. You go to them and just do a soft outreach and say, hey, do you need a new website? Well, I have something that's perfect for you, and this is the cost, and I guarantee you will get some bites.
Yeah, anyone on page 2. Do a search for anyone on page 2. And some of the richest cities in the world, do a search on page 2 and approach those people and say, look, I've got a site in your niche. You can rent it. It's already on page 1, you can rent it, or it's on page 2, you can buy it. And with my help and with that site, it'll boost your site up and you can get there. And also, those are great ideas, Greg. Also, go on to Upwork, hire a VA to go on Upwork and approach these sites for you so you don't have to do it. And then they get pay them a 10% commission on whatever sales they make. And then there you go. Now it's all totally outsourced. Someone else is doing this for you. And you make money hand over fist.
There you go. It's all about scaling. Scaling at the lowest cost possible is the name of the game. So you got to be creative and definitely getting help. Sometimes spending a buck. Try to spend as little as possible, but also getting quality. But it takes $1 to make $1, unfortunately. So we can't give away our tool for free. So that's why that costs. But the investments you'll make if you just stick to the strategies being discussed here, I think the success rate is extremely high compared to some of these other fly-by-night or scam snake oil type. Give me $1,000 and I'll give you a blueprint of how to make money. I wouldn't buy into those type of programs.
No, we're giving you here the blueprint for free. This is the blueprint. All you need is the tool. So you're ready to go. Like you're enabled. There's nothing stopping you from doing it, right? You can try Keyword Spy for free for 2 weeks. No credit card needed. No email needed. It started going now, right? I found some really other interesting ideas. So under Make Money Online, passive income ideas 2023, it's up 452%. Look how easy it is to rank for. Only a 24% difficulty. Online businesses to start. Online earning. Get paid to work from home online. Again, super easy to rank for. Surprisingly, get paid to work from home online. Super easy to rank for, a difficulty of only 30%. That is definitely where you want to go.
Josh, in terms of like some of these, I don't want to call them national or global keywords. I don't even know the correct phrase, but just that versus local. I had one other comment I was going to make, and you can talk about the difference between those from an SEO perspective. But
sure.
I can tell you right now, and you can quote me and come back in 6 months and be like, oh, man, you were right. There's going to be a slow downturn, and the folks who get hit the hardest, obviously the stock market will get hit, but really who gets affected are the small businesses, the mom and pops, running XYZ service business or, a local retail, not the big boxes, or, any type of, service business or restaurant. They are going to see a major hit. They're going to look for cost-cutting measures. They're going to look for new customers. So anything in digital marketing, anything that can, especially SEO, that can bring in new customers
yes.
at the lowest cost, that is going to be in tremendous demand. You can quote me and come back in 6 months and be like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, he was right. The downturn is coming. We just got injected with so much cash. Now is the time when the cash runs out. Guess what happens? Everyone starts, being concerned about the pocketbook, and that really hurts the small businesses. So they will definitely be needing digital marketing at reasonable costs, and you can provide that. So
you're totally right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say this is recession proof, but this is definitely recession or inflation resistant for sure. And in fact, during COVID and the recession there, I saw my SEO business increase, surprisingly, because a lot of people wanted to work from home, and you can do SEO from home, or needed to, and because a lot of people who might have lost customers decided to do more SEO, decided to go down and do these kinds of things. And buying and selling digital real estate is going to be pretty recession proof and pretty inflation proof, because there's going to be a lot of people trying to sell their sites and make more sites to get more customers as well. So I think you would be pretty well positioned. So what's the next step? Okay, well, here's the next step. So once you've chosen what kind of site you want to build out after analyzing the data to see what is super, super easy to rank for, I would just click a bunch of them and start the keyword report. The location, you could choose that, doesn't matter. I would choose the top 100. You're going to do spray and pray to start. Do google.com, choose a product. And I would also say generate an article at the same time. So it generates an article for you. simultaneously at the same time. You can put under a project if you want. You can also track the position rankings if you so choose. You have to enter a URL for those. Those are not developed yet, so you won't be doing that in this particular case. Then I'll click continue. And then let's look at our new high quality article feature. You put the high quality article in. Now you need to choose a author or a role for these articles, which is really important. Now, like I said, if you've already approached the doctor, if you've already approached the real estate agent, you can use their author credentials. Otherwise, you're like, okay, I know I'm doing makeupbrushes.com. So makeup, we're going to do make up your brushes today. That's going to be the author. makeupyourbrushestoday.com. We're generally in the middle of the sales funnel for these, so that's fine. And yeah, do my URL, do my title, do my meta description for me. Do you have a particular angle in the meta description? Or you have a sale going on? Do you have the best guide, the best review? Like, do you have a particular kind of angle for that? Or do you have any perks? Do you have 25% off? Do you have a coupon code? Do you have free parking? Do you have buy one, get one free, etc.? People love a perk, and so does Google as well. Say, okay, I'm going to do my heading as well, and then say submit. So this is going to automatically run for you. You can see they're already running here. This is automatically going to run for you these brushes. I did these spray and praise yesterday. It took 5 minutes to do. So this is automatically going to run these. It takes a few minutes to do the report. The spray and pray report does some preliminary testing. Now, this is not our full Keyword Spy report. Our full Keyword Spy report builds AI models for you, and you can do a smaller model, a middle model, and a bigger model, kind of like Goldilocks, too cold, just right, too hot. You can do a smaller model, you can do a middle model, or you can do the largest model for the toughest niches that you need to squeeze every little last bit of ranking juice, of keyword power, of scoring out of your on page. I would use this for the highest, most hardest niches to rank for. And again, we have the chops to prove it. If you look here on the dashboard, these are some of our recent wins. I've shown you those before, but people are getting wins all over the place. I have more if you want to see them. I'm not going to subject them to you. I've done that the last 2 weeks. But we're doing spray and pray right now, which can do bulk up to 10 keywords right now. We're going to be doing more in the future, but you could do 10 a day. So you work 5 days a week, you could do 50 in a week, doing 10 a day, or you can do 10 at a time. You can do more than that if you want. You might need to do a little bit of editing to the articles just to make sure that they're exactly what you want. But our spray and pray feature is pretty good. And it'll do one of the reports. Let me show you what the report looks like when it's done. So this one here for the makeup brush here is already completed. So like I said, they tend to complete pretty quickly. Let me just get rid of this thing here. So you can see here, they give you the n-grams for the rank brain of what's going on here. The BERT analysis, they're going to give you the phrases here that are the most important that your competitors are using. And it's going to also give you what's super important are these entities that are going to help boost you with the BERT transformer that Google uses to rank pages. And that's how they're doing term weighting, TW BERT. It's called, an article came out on that quite recently as well. And that also deals with or helps to ensure that your article is high quality, because it helps to ensure that you are paying attention to the very, very, very important notion of query intent. What is the query intent? What is the intent behind this query? The AI susses it out for you, so you don't need to know what that is. I'd have no idea what this is. I have no idea what a kabuki brush is. Like, what is that? Is it a new dance or something? I have no idea what this is. But it's like...
Well, here's a pro tip. Just click on those 3 little dots and you'll get a quick sense. You don't even have to Google it.
That's
just
true.
Look at the SERP summary and then the actual client journey or user journey, whatever. Just read those really quick and you'll be like, oh my God, this is beautiful. It's like a summary.
Yeah.
That EMQ.
That is exactly true. Thank you very much, Greg, for reminding me. So it does tell you the narrative verse. Typically, it's third person limited, which is an interesting little tip. It's primarily informational. It's secondary commercial, and that's why we chose the middle of the sale funnel. That's exactly what it is. The SERP summary is the Zamira Kabuki brushes and their uses, reviews, and cleaning methods. Great. So now we know what the query intent is in general. What is the user journey? The user journey is looking for information about the brushes and may be interested in purchasing one. They are at the stage of researching the product and its features. Their next step could be reading reviews or watching videos to make a decision on whether to buy it or not. Interesting. So I have reviews and videos, you say. Okay, interesting. And then also we get that here in the top phrases that you should be using. Where to buy a kabuki brush from Koabi, find a Koabi kabuki brush, or the kabuki brush for liquid foundation, for powder foundation, the set, etc., and all the other phrases that might be important to mention both on your page and on your site. And then finally, to show you, we score all of the phrases so you know how important you need to be using them, whether your competitors are using them, and how well they score in our AIs. And we have the one BERT AI test done for the SERP testing. We will be adding in another test here as well that's going to build another quick AI model for you to get some higher scores here relative to each other, which is good. But you got good keywords. Kabuki Foundation, Zamira, Kabuki, which is exactly what you're talking about. Foundation is a super powerful keyword. Makeup is a super powerful keyword for this EMQ. We don't need. You can just click down and you're getting rid of it. And that's another reason why you might want to quickly check the results when you do spray and pray, because the chances of more words that don't matter are come up when you just do spray and pray. When you do the full report, you don't have to really worry about it at all. Our AI takes care of the whole thing. But when you just do spray and pray, it's a little bit more quicker and dirtier. But that's what I like to do for the demo because it happens quickly. Get rid of Facebook here, don't need that. Get rid of this, don't need that. Perfect, there we go. Okay, so those are the great top words we have here. I don't know if this is important, so it might be, so I'll leave it there. YouTube, I'll get rid of that. Excellent, fantastic. And again, as I said, when you do the full report, you'll get scores for this, for neural matching, and you get scores for rank brain as well in the report. It takes a bit longer because we have to build models for you, but it's a much more thorough on-page report. So if I look at the reports now, pretty much all those should be done, or pretty close to them should be done. Yeah, there's only one left that's skinning around, but the spray and pray reports are all done. Would that take 5 minutes? And then if I click one of these guys here, let me click this thing. And again, you could check out the results. You could be like, okay, look, what kind of keywords did you find for me? Interesting. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Very interesting. Now we can click on content editor here. And now we'll see if the high quality article is done. The high quality article is still going on. Great. So that's still going. It's building you a high quality article after showing you it's running continuous heat reports here. So what is that? The heat report, if you've never heard of it, is Google's EAT, the experience, expertise, authority, and trust, but also the helpfulness on it. We add in all the actual questions that Google asks, and we rate the document, and we keep building it to try to boost up these lower scores, right? And anything of a 6, you maybe want to pay attention to, but 6 is not bad, and the rest are 7, 8, and 9 scores, so that's really good. You're around where your competition is, so that's fantastic. So boom, Alta Oval Foundation Brush article is done. The high quality article is done. It has headers, it has lists, it has all the information in it you would want. And that's fantastic. You didn't have to write a damn thing. It did it all for you. Did the H1, boom. And also notice it did your URL, your recommended URL, it did your recommended title, and it did your recommended meta description as well, which is pretty good. Shop the Alta Oval Foundation Brush at Alta Beauty and enjoy free shipping on your order. Achieve flawless foundation application with this must-have beauty tool. So you might need to edit this a little bit. We also have the SEO information that you want. We have the how many EMQs are in the body. As we know, only one of your competition ever used one of them because we did the keyword report before. So you would definitely want to use an EMQ in here, but you could see all the amounts they're using of the EMQs. You can also see how many times they use it, both PMQs and EMQs in your headings, so you know the levels that you should be matching there as well. Also, we can run a content score. You're going to see this is going to be super high. Boom. We got super keyword rich, and you can run a quality score here to see how good the AI content is out of the box. It's going to be a little high, but it should be pretty good. The high quality article is pretty good at having content that is pretty good out of the box. Now, while I'm waiting for that, let me see if there's any questions I can answer here. Innova says, what is the opinion with Google Business Profile as a service to start fast? And also do reputation management tool, but no GHL, just some suggestions. Okay, I'm not sure I understand those suggestions, but let me know. Steven says, I have a coupon site blog and I am going to add that all-made product, TP, see what happens. Excellent, Stephen. I would recommend adding supporting content for sure. Trans Canada says, or ask the transgenders. Yes, some transgender folks are buying makeup too. There's more people to sell makeup to, and that means there's more. That's excellent. That means there's more people to buy makeup websites. That's fantastic. The Furman says, in the keyword spy with AI Spy Basic, is it 50 searches max per month? I'm not sure about that, Greg. Do you know that off the top of your head?
AI Spy, I think he means the AI Spy like standalone.
Yeah.
It's not based on searches. It's based on AI credits, if I understand the question correctly.
Correct.
The searches would be under like our main basic keyword spy, which gets you access to everything. That's based on searches. 50 a month is correct. But if you're just talking about AI Spy, that's just credits used by running, different AI prompts that we have built. So keyword discovery also works off credits, and that is essentially keyword difficulty. Is every keyword you do, a difficulty score is a credit, and I think that is like the basic is 500, and if you do the standalone, I think it starts at like 2,000. So that's what's going to be offered on AppSumo very, very soon. So
awesome. Yeah, check out our offer on AppSumo for keyword discovery, or just get the grandfathered price for Keyword Spy. Email either Greg or myself, and we will give you the grandfather price. Just mention the show, mention you saw it on the show. And for our listeners on the show, we can offer you the grandfather price of only $144 a month for Keyword Spy. Email us, and we can give you that coupon code. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Jay Kapow, Kurol or something. Jay Kapow, Kurol or something. Sorry if I butchered your name there. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Says, ask the excellent question. This is the question you want to ask. How long do I need to wait before selling my niche site? Perfect question. And I presume you're talking about our strategy here. The answer is, if you are doing this manually, if you're doing everything manually that I just talked about, you have to wait months. You have to wait months and months and months, maybe 6 months, because you need to get rankings, and you wouldn't have gotten the best keywords to begin with, and you won't have the best on-page to begin with, and you would have had to write it and do research. You need to have a powerful site that has 50, 100 pages on it to rank, give or take, depending on the niche. And so it could be as low as 20 if you picked a really easy niche. And you need to build one site with many pages as opposed to 20 mini sites with 20 to 50 pages that will rank much faster if you're doing this all manually. So it'll take up to 6 months to do this manually. If you're doing this, as I've showed you here in our system, it'll take weeks. You'll be ranking in weeks. If you're really good at selecting the sites, you can rank in weeks and make your money back in a month. You can sell a site in a month, easily in our system, easily. Rush SEO says, very informative. How can we start a service type site like a moving company? That's a great question. So give me a bit more information there, Rush SEO. Do you mean like a rank and rent for a moving company? Is that what you mean? I presume that's what you mean, like a rank and rent kind of site for a moving company? If that's what you mean, very easily. What I would do is I would do this. Most expensive cities in the world, and find the most expensive cities in the world if you want to go for the world, or go most expensive cities in the US, because the most expensive cities are the cities with the most amount of money for people to buy, right? To pay money for. So then you do, okay, Manhattan, Honolulu, San Francisco, Brooklyn, Washington, Orange County, Los Angeles, Boston, Seattle, Oakland. Great. Now, what you do is you go, okay, fine, Manhattan. You take Manhattan, excuse me. We go here to Keyword Spy. You plan on using AI content. That's not ours. Do you already have a site for this? Do you have a top-level expert? No, you don't. You're just starting out. So you put Manhattan in here and say results. Get results. You go here and you go Honolulu. You say,
why are you just putting the city? I thought he was specifically looking for moving companies.
Yeah, I know. 1 second. Then you do Honolulu.
Dear madness.
Then you do San Francisco. You get results. Okay. Then you let those run. And what you're going to do is you're going to look for low-hanging fruit keywords all about Manhattan. where, people have a lot of money to spend. Therefore, they're going to want to move a lot. They're not going to be leery about hiring a moving company. The more you skew rich, the more you hire a moving company, do everything for you. I remember when I was a student trying to do my master's degree and my PhD, my wife and I did everything. We moved across Canada, and I did all the moving myself. I rented the U-Haul truck. We drove it across Canada, literally, in a U-Haul truck. I did all the lifting myself. I lifted everything. I dragged it all myself. All the heavy stuff I dragged out of apartments myself. We packaged everything ourselves. We wrapped everything ourselves. And then as we started to make more money over time, we started hiring moving companies, first to help me with the moving, then to do the moving on their own. Now I have moving companies do everything. I call them, they come in, we go and stay in a hotel, and they wrap everything up, they package everything up, and they do everything for you. So that is what you want to do. Now, here's what you want to do. Now, this will also work for a real estate agent. This will work for a lot of different local services, for roofing, for real estate, for locksmiths, for plumbers. This will work for all of those, right? You search out the city, and then you go, fine, what keywords did you find me in Manhattan? Look at this, Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, Broadway, Times Square, whatever this is, Central Park, blah, 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 blah. Great. It'll do the keyword difficulty for you. You do the exact same thing that I did before. You sort it by the money. You sort it, more importantly, you sort it by the low searches and find out what's easy to rank for. And you start building out a very useful, informative site about neighborhoods. For the moving company, you're going to look for neighborhoods here, is what you're going to look for. For the moving company, you're going to look for neighborhoods that have the lowest searches. You're looking for neighborhood queries, right? You're going to look for the different neighborhoods of Manhattan. And the different areas is what you're going to do. And you could tailor it a little bit more. You could do, quite frankly, Manhattan neighborhoods, if I've spelled it right. Get results. And you start getting information about the neighborhoods. And this also works really well for real estate as well. And you start talking about the different neighborhoods and how to move and moving pros and cons for this moving site, moving pros and cons in the Manhattan neighborhoods. You could even do that specific search if you want. Manhattan neighborhoods, moving, get results. Manhattan neighborhoods, moving, pros and cons. Get results if it's not coming up naturally. And then you cast a really wide net, and then you start making information about these neighborhoods, and then you have a site ranking that you're not trying to monetize in any way. And so it makes a ton of traffic and page one rankings because Google sees you're not monetizing it, you're just being helpful. Like this imaginary internet that Google thinks exists of people just making web pages for free. But okay, Google, whatever, you can keep imagining that this internet exists. It's real right now. That's what you're doing. You're making these neighborhood pages of the different neighborhoods in Manhattan, the streets, whatever it is, I don't know. And then you're like, okay, well, if you want to move to here, you should do this. You want to move here to do that. And you're already moving related. And moving would apply to real estate. And then you could also do buying and selling houses as well. And you could sell to movers or you could sell to realtors. And they make money, these people, and they will buy these sites off you or they will rent them. Even better, get them, if you're already on page one, which you could get within weeks because you're going to find the low-hanging fruit for these. If you're already in page one, then what you do is you rent out those sites. And you say, how much will it be worth to you to rent out this site? And I will put all your information on it. And it'll say right at the top, hey, if you need moving help, click these guys. And when they scroll, the little thing would be like, if you need help, click these guys, check these guys out for moving. It'll scroll up and down with you as they scroll the page. You can make that pretty easily. There's WordPress plugins to do that for you. And then they pay you whatever. They pay you $500 a month for that. And you make 10 of these sites. Now you're making $5,000 a month recurring income. Then you buy some nice clothes. You go to the bar and you say to all the girls, hey, I'm making money and I don't even have to do anything a day. You want to go see something in the middle of the day? I make $5,000 a month. I don't have to lift my finger. Boom. There you go. There you go, right? Manhattan neighborhoods. What did we come up with here? There we go. All the pros and cons of living in Chinatown in New York. All the pros and cons of living in Little Italy. All the pros and cons of East Village. All the pros and cons of all this stuff. Of living there, of moving there, of buying and selling there, of finding parking there. You could talk about this for flipping ever. No one wants to rent it, or you're tired of renting it, then sell it. Sell links off of it. You could do that all day long. All effing day long. So I hope that's what you were talking about. Let's see. Was that what you were talking about? He says, yes, that's what I was talking about. Great. Steven says, makes sense. Rich people are allergic to weed trimmers too. That's hilarious. I have to buy a weed trimmer. And I don't want to. You're right. I don't want to do it. But what they charge for landscaping here is so ridiculously expensive. It's like 10 grand a month or something stupid. I'm not that rich. Or I do have a ski on the end of my name, so I'm a little cheap. I don't want to do that. Rush SEO says, got it, thanks. I have another question, please. How can I rank for near me keywords? That's a great question. For near me keywords, you have to ignore near me and you have to replace that with the location. So Google now has an AI that replaces that with the location. So if it's actually like Winnipeg, Manitoba you want to rank for, you want to replace that with the location, quite frankly. So instead of doing near me, you just replace that with the location, and that's what you would search in keyword discovery. Instead of doing moving near me, you would do movers in Victoria, BC, or whatever it is. And this is what, for near me, for people in Victoria, BC, what Google will replace it with. So that's what you'd want to do.
You also change the location, or don't even bother?
You don't even need to bother. When you put in the actual city, it's all city or location, even the neighborhood. Like I would do movers, Chinatown, New York. Movers, Little Italy, New York. If you want to tailor it to that area, which you should have pages about that for sure.
So moving company in New York City, I could just leave location as all location global.
Yeah, because people in Bangladesh might want to move to New York. They might ship their stuff over boat or train. I did that one time when I came back from a PhD. I shipped all my stuff over train. I didn't drive the U-Haul. I shipped my stuff on train, and I had to find a moving company. We were moving back to the island here and to Nanaimo to start. I had to find a moving company in Nanaimo that would actually take it from the train and then put it into a storage facility. So I had to search moving companies Nanaimo, BC. So when you're choosing the location, you leave it open. And you never put near me in here. You never put near me in it because Google does it. They used to choose that as a semantic keyword. They really don't anymore. So there's a pro tip, a little secret from Underground SEO University that a lot of other people know. So I don't mind giving it out for free. So that's how you would do that. And then so let's check out in the editor. Let's check out some of these keywords that got done here. So boom, here's another high quality article. Look at that. Beautifully styled. Got all the information you want in it. It's a great article. Now your competitors are on 1100. You might want to reduce this a little bit. You want to get these numbers into the green for sure. So you definitely want to be in the green for these numbers for sure. And to do that, you would use the reduce or improve buttons. The reduce or improve buttons you would use to reduce. You just highlight it and say reduce. So let me show you. I go to the bottom of the article. Now I could just start deleting it because it's too much, right? Maintaining your skin, achieving radiant, youthful skin. You're like, well, I like this. I want to keep this all. You could read through this and decide which ones you might want to reduce or whatnot. You could also just go down here and say, okay, I'm going to highlight these two. I'm going to say reduce it. And then the AI will automatically rewrite it for you. You say replace. You're going to say, I want to actually take all of these and reduce all of this into one single paragraph and say replace. Great. Boom. Now our words are going down. Now let's say this one here, section 5. I like this content, but I want to keep it, but I want to reduce the whole thing like this. I'm going to say reduce this. And so see how easy it is? Let's reduce the peptides. Great. We got a good thing there. Let's reduce this one here. Great. Let's reduce all of these, unless you really like them. If you really like it, of course, you wouldn't reduce it. Let's reduce all these. I'm getting closer. I'm getting much closer to where my competitors are. You could leave that as an H2 if you want. It's up to you. There we go. So now I'm going to check it again. I'm going to check the score. That should have gone down tremendously. Yep, we're getting closer to where we want to be. I'll check the AI score. That should have gone down a bit, and we can see if we're closer to where we want to be there. Great, it's going down as well. So that's just the process. You would keep reducing it. You're like, okay, I'm gonna reduce all that. I'm gonna tailor that down. Great. Perfect. Boom, 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 boom. That looks good. I'm going to get rid of the sections, I think. Determine your skin type while doing this. This. I'm going to get rid of that. Great. Can I get rid of this? Can I get rid of this? That's going to reduce things as well. Fantastic. Good. And last but not least, I think I'm going to collapse all these. You can make a choice. You have to decide how much you want to reduce it. I would recommend definitely getting in the green for sure. Is what I would recommend. You can get rid of all this. It's like, great, yeah, we have enough information here. We don't need all this. And then what we'll do is we'll get rid of this one here. And if you want to put this back into a list, you definitely can by just using the WYSIWYG editor. It's super easy to use. Et cetera, blah, 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 blah. You would edit this like this, blah, 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 blah. Super easy to use. And let's see here. Boom, we're almost there where we want to be there. Click this one, take a sip of beer. Think, wow, this SEO stuff is easy. And you know what I'll do? Normal skin, dry skin. Is that a repetitive here? So I'm going to get rid of this. Boom. Get rid of that. And finally, click this. Now we should be perfect. Perfect in the green. Click this one. Now, we're having a little bit of difficulty getting these numbers as low as we want. We definitely want these to be in the green. You definitely want this to be somewhere in the 4s and this close to 71. We can also highlight, Control A, Control C on this. Go to AI Spy and go to our AI detector here. Click contrast and paste it in. Paste as plain text. This is our playground area. AI Spy is kind of our playground area where we're playing with new tools and whatnot. But this is great because you can paste it in here and it'll tell you actually, it'll give you a much more accurate score, and it'll tell you where, by the colors, red and orange are the worst, these colors are the best, where you might want to break up the actual text. The more formatting you add in, the harder it is for the AI to determine. But when I check it out here, actually, we're very close. We're only 0.02 off. This is perfect already. So actually, this content here is fine. The content here, whichever one I was doing here, I was doing skincare products, I believe. This content is fine. If in doubt, believe the AI generator, the AI detector in AI Spy. It's much more accurate than this one here. And we're going to make this as accurate as that one, just working out a few of the kinks. That's why we're offering grandfather pricing of 144, because we're still in beta technically, and we're still working out some of the kinks. But there you go. It took me 5 minutes or whatever to make this article. Then I would go through and do the rest of these articles, just rinse, repeat, keep doing all these. Now the spray and pray is done for all of these. By this time, actually, I could have done Keyword Spy report. I could have pasted in 10 in here. Sorry, I could have done one Keyword Spy report and just copied and pasted the keyword I want to do. I could have done less accurate, and these would have been done, and I could have done auto-generate here if I wanted. That would have worked as well. And these reports would probably have been finished by now as well, and they would have had a much more powerful report. And then the article would have automatically written it, and it would be a higher quality article. The better report you do, the longer it takes, but the higher quality the article is. And you just rinse, repeat, basically on those. You go into the reports, you rinse, repeat, and you keep making the articles for these, get the numbers in the right areas, and then you should see the rankings start coming in. If you're having trouble with the rankings, it's probably because you didn't do a powerful enough report. So you could do spray pray first to see which ones rank well first off, and then do a more powerful report. But you would build it up, do SEO as normal. If you don't know what SEO as normal is, email me at joshbashinsky@gmail.com. I could try helping you out with some quick 5-minute tips. Of course, if you want to learn how to do it all properly, there is always Underground SEO University. But we're always building more into the tool. We're always building more and more and more into the Keyword Spy tool. And it'll do more and more SEO for you as time goes on. Another excellent reason why you might want to sign on for the grandfather pricing sooner rather than later, so that you get the $144 a month when everyone else is paying $440 a month, for an AI tool that does audits for you automatically, builds sites automatically, just by one click of a button, not by going through this process. That's going to be like $444 a month, if not higher. I would maybe suggest thinking about the grandfather pricing and helping us out with some bug reporting. For doing that, you get an awesome tool that's going to be the bedrock of SEO moving forward. So, Greg, is there anything else you want to add there before we sign off?
No, I don't think so.
Excellent. So once you've built out those pages, you upload them to your site, you go onto Flippa, sign up for the account, show them the traffic you're making. Here's another pro tip. I happen to know, from the fact that I've been doing this 25 years, that some of the sites on Flippa might inflate their traffic numbers just slightly, just ever so slightly. If you're not getting the offers you want to sell the site at the price you want, what you can do is you can buy a little bit of Google ads, quite frankly. You can buy a little bit of Google ads. You can buy a little Pinterest traffic. You can buy a little bit of Facebook traffic that's really, really super cheap. You can pay 1 cent a click for Facebook traffic on Facebook, for example, from the Philippines or something like that. Inflate your traffic numbers a little bit. That's a little bit unethical. Maybe you shouldn't do that. I don't know. I'm just saying, academically, I know people who do that. Some very big names in SEO, in fact, do that. Names you might recognize, names you might know. I'm not going to mention them here. I'm not going to out them like that. But I happen to really do it because they admitted it in conferences. When you sign up for conferences, they admit stuff like that. And so it could be a good way to inflate your numbers and make a little bit more money. It's up to you, but that's what people do. So it's super easy. You could build up a site like that. I mean, doing that, editing, finding the keywords, finding the right ones. We automate it all for you. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just spend the last 10 minutes just looking at the article, seeing what you want. It's way faster than hiring someone on Upwork. It's way cheaper than hiring someone on Upwork. It's way faster than any method of building sites out that exists right now on the planet. It's way cheaper and way faster and way better. This is the promise of AI, and this is the promise of a kind of next generation, super intelligent AI tool like Keyword Spy, what it can do for you. So again, try Keyword Spy for free for 2 weeks. Go to trykeywordspy.com, try it free for 2 weeks. No credit card needed, no email needed either. And start building your sites out and sell them. Do all the kind of stuff you want to do. Let me see if there's any final questions that I can answer for you guys.
In the meantime, I did have one thing I was going to say, and just forward looking, I think the one thing that attracts me a lot is this page analyzer, or sort of, I don't even know what you want to call it, but just something that's like an audit. If you want to plug in like a page and say, hey, what's going on with this page? I just can't figure this out. I think that that feature that we're rolling out, Josh, is very useful for me. I know for a fact, because I'm not an expert SEO or anything, so I'm like, I think I'm doing something right, but maybe not. If I had a tool that just told me, and not the garbage that just says like, oh, your title tag's too long, or you have a broken link, no, not that. I want the stuff that really matters. I think maybe by next week we'll be able to maybe give a little sneak preview, maybe the week after, but just something to look forward to. I think, I don't know, just comment and give us some ideas if you think that's a great idea to work on. It's definitely in the pipeline. But the more interest we got, the more we'll push it along. So that's something I know personally I'm excited for. Yeah.
So that's our site audit and page audit. Because I've been doing SEO so long, and because I've been building AI so long, we have a really good synergy of being able to have basically like an AI consultant, SEO consultant kind of in a box. And one of the first features for that, other than Keyword Spy that we've rolled out, which is an AI consultant in a box as well, is these page audits. So we're going to do site audits and page audits that are light years beyond what any other tool is doing, for sure. So keep watching for that. That's coming up. We have a question here. Rush SEO asked the last question, can I redirect any domains to lead buyers directly? I don't understand what you mean, Rush SEO. can I redirect any domains to lead buyers directly? I mean, if you're asking, can I 301 domains to this domain I want to sell to increase the traffic? The answer, of course, is yes. They might notice that, of course, however. You could say, I'll leave the 301 up and you'll keep getting the traffic. You could do that. Sure. I mean, the world's your oyster. You can do pretty much whatever you want there. But yeah, if that's what you're asking, you can definitely do that. Yeah, for sure. I would be careful. You know, the beauty of this system is the sites are actually good quality sites, and the sites are actually going to rank well. And even like 10% of effort on your part, the articles are going to be good. They're going to be good quality articles. They nail the query intent. They're going to be pretty good, right? Maybe just a little bit of influx of traffic because you want to sell it a few weeks earlier than ranking alone will get you the traffic that you want to sell it for. And there's a certain kind of monetary target you want to hit. Like, I want to sell this site for 1,000. I could sell it right now for 500, but I want to hold out and sell it for 1,000. It's like staging a house, right? I'm going to do the landscaping all nice. I'm going to stage the house. Or the equivalent in digital real estate is I'm going to buy some Facebook ads and get more traffic to it and artificially inflate it and make it look good. Sure, you can do that, but the more you do those kinds of tactics, the more you might damage your credibility and name on Flippa. I don't know how they look at that kind of thing. So, the other SEOs that I know are buying and selling sites and making a lot of money doing it and sell courses doing this, they have no idea what they're doing for SEO. And so they kind of have to rely on these shady tactics of buying traffic to inflate their traffic numbers. You don't have to do that because with Keyword Spy, we do know how to do SEO. Your SEO is going to be really good. Now, there's a lot more to SEO than just on-page, of course. But the foundation of your SEO, of the keyword research and the on-page, is second to none. It's rock solid. So as long as you get everything in the green and you're following our recommendations and whatnot. Luckily, you're going to have to rely on kind of sleazy, snake oily tactics like that less. And you'll keep a better reputation, and that's better for your brand moving forward. People will know on Flippa that when you sell a site, it's good, and people will come back and buy. There's a lot of, hey, this site you sold me works really well, or the rank and rent. You need to have real traffic, otherwise they won't convert and they won't rent from you anymore. So that's a really, really good thing that we have built into Keyword Spy to help you out. All right, guys, so that's where I'll leave it for today. Thanks, Greg, for being my co-host as usual. And again, make sure you click and like and subscribe and click the bell to watch live. You can ask questions live. Email me at joshmashinsky@gmail.com if you have any SEO questions at all, or if you want that grandfathered price. That's JOSH, B as in Bob, ACH, Y as in YouTube, N as in Nancy, SKI@gmail.com. And we could definitely help you out. You can make money. You can do it. You can do SEO. You can make money online. You can work for yourself. This could be your business suit. This could be your business attire, a nice comfy t-shirt, working in your home office, decorated with all your toys you've bought with all the money that you've made. You can do it for sure. Using our tool, using our system, it's super, super easy. I would get on this now, guys. I would get on this now. It's never been so exciting in SEO. Now is the time. AI has reinvigorated SEO in a big way, and now's the time.